and welcome to the Cupcake Jemma channel with me, Gemma, and I'm here at my shop, Crumbs and Doilies in Soho, and I've just made a batch of these cream egg cupcakes. You guys are gonna love them. They're a delicious, moist chocolate cake with a little sneaky surprise of a mini cream egg baked inside, topped with silky vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream, and then oozing off the top a white chocolate ganache in place of an egg yolk. And as you can see, they look really, really cool. And this is just one of the flavors that we're gonna have on all week for Easter. We have loads of cool stuff, so make sure you head over to Crumbs and Doilies. But I'm gonna enjoy this, but why don't you see how I did it? This is one of my favourite sponges to make. It's really simple. All you need is a couple of big bowls, a sieve, and a whisk. You don't need a mixer or anything. Now don't forget, if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up just by clicking on the little thumbs up dude down below. But I'm gonna get cracking. So I start by sifting my dry ingredients together to get rid of any lumps. So I've got my plain flour here, which has got my salt and bicarb. I've also got my cocoa powder and my caster sugar. Then once that's all through the sieve, I add my chocolate chips and then give it a really good whisk to mix it up evenly. Now for my wet ingredients, I need coffee. And you can use instant here if you like, but seeing as I literally own my own coffee shop, it seems a shame not to use our lovely coffee. So I'm just going with an Americano, but you could use filter coffee if that's your thing. I just pour that into my bowl first so that the next ingredients can cool it down. So we've got buttermilk, vegetable oil, and lastly, a couple of large eggs. I just whisk that all together really well to combine it. And then I add the dry ingredients and give that a good mix with a balloon whisk until it's all smooth. Now once all the batter's in, they should be 3/4 or maybe even 4/5 full. And then once it's all in, you can grab your frozen cream eggs, pop them right into the middle of each cupcake. Okay, so I've had my oven preheating at 150 degrees C. We use a fan-assisted oven here. And I'm gonna bake these for 20 to 22 minutes until they're nice and springy on top. And then I'm gonna get on with making my Swiss meringue buttercream. So close to your lens then. So while those are baking, I'm going to give all my bowls and whisks a wipe around with vinegar, just to get rid of any grease ahead of making my Swiss meringue buttercream. As we know, grease is the ruiner of meringue, so it is a step worth taking. So my cupcakes weren't quite as springy as they ought to be, so I just put them back into the oven for another couple of minutes before taking them out and leaving them to cool. So for my Swiss meringue buttercream, I've got a bain-marie on the go, just on a medium heat. I like to give my egg whites and sugar a little mix with a whisk before I put it on the heat. Then I transfer it to the bain-marie and just heat it really gently for a few minutes, stirring all the time with my balloon whisk until all of the sugar has dissolved, and you can check that with just a little rub. Then I pop that onto my stand mixer and get it whisking. I always start on a slow speed and then increase it to sort of medium-high. After about 10 minutes, the meringue should be glossy, white and pretty stiff, but it should also have cooled down to room temperature, which means it's time to put the butter in. I've got really soft butter here and I'm adding it just a little bit at a time while the whisk is going around fairly quickly. When all the butter is in, I can add my salt and my vanilla extract and then give it a final whip until I have lovely, silky Swiss meringue buttercream. For my drippy yolk, I'm making a white chocolate ganache, and it's such a small amount that it's best to just make it in the microwave. And I put the chocolate and cream into a little bowl and give it 15 to 30 seconds in the microwave, stirring it a couple of times in between until the white chocolate has just melted and it's really smooth. All right, that's all melted together, so I'm going to now need to colour it yellow because egg yolk's yellow. So I'm using egg yellow, which is convenient. This is just a colour paste. You can also use oil-based colour, like Colour Mill, for example, but make sure it's a nice sort of warm, sunshiny, orangey yellow, just like an egg yolk. I'm just going to put a little bit in, mix it around and see if I need any more. Right, everything's cooled down. I've got my buttercream in a piping bag with a nice big fat nozzle on it. I've got my ganache in a little piping bag as well, and I'm going to get on with decorating them. Pipe generous chubby blobs of the vanilla Swiss meringue buttercream on top of each cupcake. Then squeeze a nice drippy load of yellow chocolate ganache, enough that it oozes down the side of the icing. This is delicious. I didn't quite get the cream egg, but there it is, doing its thing inside. And this sponge is so moist and chocolatey and rich and lovely. And then the icing is so silky. Oh, I love it. Now don't forget, we're gonna have all these lovely Easter flavors on all week, so make sure you head over to Crumbs and Doilies this week, and especially at the weekend to get your Easter treats. Also, don't forget, if you've liked this video, please give us a thumbs up, it really does help. And also, if you're really keen on joining our gang, why don't you head over to patreon.com/Cupcake Jemma to join the Bake Club. It's a really great way of supporting the channel, and we absolutely love it when you guys join us, so head over there for that. I'm gonna have to eat the rest of this because it's just too delicious. I'll see you later. Oh no. What a mess.